Okay, if there's anything in the background, credit is not owned by me. On May 23rd, 2017, if this is a fictional event. On May 23rd, 2017, Silver Meteor train number 98 leaves from Miami Station. The train has locomotive number 5 leading and dash 8 516 trailing. The train has three coaches. The train has 3 sleepers at the front. A diner. The train has 2 sleepers at the front. The train has 2 sleepers, a diner, a lounge, and 3 coaches at the front before having 1 baggage car at the end of the train. The train after it leaves Miami is leaving Miami Circuit, passing the Hialeah Yard. And the train is now making its way toward New York City. Meanwhile, a CSX local is making its way down the line. The train is reversing to set some cars. The train is currently being led with locomotive facing backwards first, as it's about to shove some cars into this industrial district near Hialeah. The train is led by CSX locomotive number 4. The train is led by CSX locomotive 8076. As the train makes its way over a bridge. The train makes its way over a bridge. And if that wasn't enough, a third train was also on the radar. Meanwhile, inside the Hialeah Yard, another CSX local train is picking up a cut of coal cars. Is currently on track 2, waiting for the second local to pass. Waiting for the Amtrak and the second local to pass by. The train currently has 1 locomotive, the Union Pacific ES44AC, that made a journey all the way from Las Vegas' Valley Yard, close to where I live, assumed by my name, obviously. Anyway, the Silver Meteor is making its way down the line, and the engineers are applying a constant throttle, making the train go just about 20 miles per hour. As the train makes its way off of the Amtrak circuit and onto CSX's main Miami main line owned by the Seaboard Airline Railroad. The train makes its way down the line, passing the yard, and therefore the third train has to only wait for the local to get there before pulling this mixed freight train out. Now, these 2 trains, the Silver Meteor and the first local, are on the same track. However, up ahead there is a way for them to pass safely. The Amtrak train that has priority is going to make its way onto track 1, the track on the left. Track 2, on the other hand, will be used by the local. However, this didn't happen. The switch was set for track 1, as the local had been running early today, and they didn't know the Amtrak hadn't passed yet. Due to this error, this cost some people's lives. And then at approximately 2:25 p.m. on May 23rd, 2017, the train goes onto the track 1 and the two trains collided at 2:25 p.m. The two trains collided at 2:25 p.m. The first locomotive, the P42 DC leading, is just thrown to the side. However, the Dash 8 gets severe damage at both the front and the back, and at the front and the back, due to the fire started when the SD40-2 leading caught fire, even though it might look like it. The SD40-2 started leaking fuel, causing a huge fire to erupt. And even worse, there was a tanker car on the local train. And out of nowhere, the NBC News 3 Florida, NBC News 4 Florida is chopper flies over the scene. Sadly, 27 people are injured. And if that wasn't enough, there were 210 people on board of the Amtrak train. And sadly, 104 of them, almost half of them died. Due to the fire. And only one died because of the wreck. The engineer of the first local also dies immediately, along with the Amtrak engineer. There are only 104 passenger fatalities, but due to the 3 crew members, that brings the total to 107. As it claimed 107 lives, it would be a very deadly wreck, and you probably wouldn't want it to happen again. The P42 DC luckily survived. However, the P42 DC survived, and you can still see it on the rails to this day. However, the Dash 8 has severe burn damage from the SD40-2. And the Dash 8 is still in the repair shop. However, it is most likely known that it will be back in service by 2022. Sadly, the SD40-2 leading the local and the tanker car also on the local were scrapped, and the flammable coal that was inside some of the cars just caused the fire to grow. Excuse me, brother, if you can hear him. All the passenger coaches except for one survived. The one that didn't survive was this old passenger coach that was being used as a heritage sleeper. That coach sadly burned, and then it was scrapped. However, you can still see all the rest of the equipment that I didn't say was scrapped to this day. Now if I can, I'm gonna whatever. Now, if my Crazy 8's video didn't come out already, this is the video I will upload this Saturday. And also, this video will be a replacement. And also, I didn't release the Lusitania video because I had to catch up on school, which means that this will be a replacement for the Lusitania video. And I think that this is better. Also, credit to both Thunderbolt 1000 Siren Productions for this format, and to Jacob Braille fan for some of my older video, and to Jacob Braille fan for continuing the idea of this, but with Roblox. I started this series with wooden trains just because I thought it was fun, and also I spent a minute talking about this, so you can click off the video now if you want to. But if you aren't, I'm gonna play with my Hialeah scale train soon. Also, I'm gonna do a Q&A soon. Maybe 80 subscribers. See you later!